Hello everybody, wee Paddy from across the shuck, and as you can see, another wee video, and it's a knife video today, and this is on the Artisan cutlery. Now, Artisan, I think at the moment, are knocking it out of the park with their delivery boxes. Their presentation is just unbelievable. This came in an outer box with Artisan cutlery, just a cardboard box, nicely done, nicely done. But then you get a metal tin with a removable lid, which can be used for so many things. If you're a hoarder like me, you'll know what I mean. And then it comes with a pouch inside the tin, just to make it even better. The Artisan cutlery logo there. And inside this, you get the knife. That comes in a little plastic bag, but that's long since gone. And you get a little birth card. It tells you a little bit about the knife. Okay, so this is a small knife, as you can see there. It's only 4 inches long, and it's a flipper, and it's got a 3-inch long blade. So 7 inches overall, and I've said it over and over and over again. That is my favourite length for an EDC knife. It's just perfect. It does everything I need to do in a day. I'm not a hard use person, but this will do everything. So, a little bit about the knife. Let's just start. We've got Bowler M390. You've got ball bearings. You've got titanium. You've got carbon fibre inlay here, which is done to perfection. You cannot see it. There's no faults in the carbon fibre. But this is done, and it's raised, which when you grip at it, it is beautiful. It is so nicely done. Really, really lovely. It has a strange shape. And let's talk about the shape. Well, this knife came out the beginning of this year being 2019. There was a larger model out before that last year. Beautiful looking knife, and I think it's like a futuristic looking blade shape, the shape, everything about it sort of futuristic. And that really sort of didn't appeal to me. I looked at this back part and I thought, no, I'm not going to enjoy that. I don't like that handle. I like it to look at, but in hand, that's got to be uncomfortable. Again, Stephen was wrong. And I don't know how many times you do that with knives. Unless you get a knife in hand, you don't know what it's going to be like. This is a perfect example. Now, this knife was given to me as a gift from Jasonrohanguilfoyle. I'll put his Instagram tag. Please go over, give the man a tag. He just gave my channel so many knives to review, and these are good knives as well. Just beautiful. A lovely man. Now, I didn't like the look of it. Jason gave this to me as a gift, and when it came out of the box, I went, okay. And I went on, I was looking at all the knives, and I came back to this and put it in my hand. And that is one of the most simple, comfortable knives I have to use. There's no hot spots at all on this knife, none whatsoever. Could you sneak up there? Not really, no. You could make a bigger choil, but there's no need to. This is just a wee EDC knife. It's absolutely beautiful. And actually, when you're doing the pinch grip, which I tend to do an awful lot with my tasks that I do, when you do it, your two fingers, your back two fingers, automatically sort of lock on. They are. My middle finger goes in front of that, and I have such a stable platform. That knife is going nowhere, nor am I going back and forward. It is beautiful. There's jimping there, which is okay. It's actually quite good. It's actually quite good jimping. It's not harsh or anything. But now having it in hand, my whole opinion, just like anything in life, once you've proved that you're a dummy and you've made a rash decision, my whole opinion of this knife changed completely. It is stunning. It is stunning. There's another knife that I'm going to bring out and show you in a minute that has been one of my all-time favourites for a high-end EDC knife. And it's an older knife, but this is the replacement for it. It's not a replacement, but it is a a companion, and it gives me another option of a high-end knife when I'm going somewhere that's high class and I want to take this, to show off with knife buddies, or with people who appreciate knives that I know in my family. This is it. This is beautiful. The green anodization on this titanium is flawless. It is beautiful. Look at the pocket clip. I love that pocket clip. Again, another knife that I'm going to show. And this is now starting to get into a pattern where I think Stephen, everybody knows Stephen, his favourite knives, Paddy's knives, are 7 inches long for EDC. Not for a work knife, for EDC. 7 inches long, perfect. So, a little bit about the fit and finish. The fit and finish is perfection. I can't find a single fault with this knife whatsoever. The little lanyard hole at the back is so well hidden there. It's just lovely because it's not a knife that I would put a lanyard on, but it's lovely. You got Artisan. It's the only sort of writing on the back there. Let me just see if I can. It's very small. Oh, there we go. It's upside down. Artisan cutlery is there we go. Artisan cutlery, nicely in the back. It doesn't stand out. This is made by, that's the Artisan logo there. Sorry, I'm all over the place. This is Dylan Mallory, and he's a newish designer, if you like, who's just coming on he's hit the market with a larger one of this and then following it up, and he has other ones in the making. Cheaper versions. This is quite expensive. This is a $200 knife. This is very expensive. The materials are there. Very expensive though. This is not a knife that everybody's going to afford. Especially, just for EDC. But if you can, let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. The fit and finish, this is made in China by Artisan, and look at that. The detent on that is amazing. Does it drop shot? Not particularly well. You can do it in one. You just have to give it a bit of a harder shake and it'll come down in one. But it's fine. Absolutely fine. But look at that. You can't feel this. You can't feel it. It's a really good positive detent. It's small enough that you don't need it to drop shot. You can just close it. It's so easy to use. I'm going to compare it to some knives now. Up until then, this was probably my favourite small EDC knife. High end. And it's a 0 tolerance 0450. To me, this knife, although it's an old knife, it is still every bit as relevant and usable today as it was when it first came out. I love it. It is an amazing knife. This is just the titanium version. It was anodized for me by my good friend, and it is just Tony Meador, my good friend Tony Meador. He had given me this knife, and this is from Dylan, or not from Dylan, oh, for goodness sake, Stephen, Jasonrohanguilfoyle. So there's two of my now most favourite carry knives for EDC, for posh occasions. They are just absolutely stunning. Here's another one, just a wee bit of size comparison while I'm there. This is the Kaiser Shoal, which is another small. This is an old titanium. It's a little bit small. There's not much difference, you know what I mean? It's that 3 and 4 as I like. And this is one of my newest ones that's becoming one of my favourites. And this is more of a down and dirt. I use this one at any time. But there's 4 knives there that are of outstanding quality, all of them. 0 tolerance. This is the Ferrum Forge drop version. I did say Ferrum Forge, yeah. So, I mean, they are just beautiful knives. I'm going to leave that there. But comparing these two now, I just feel blessed to have 2 beautiful knives that you can take any. The colour in them is just, it's what gets me. I love a bit of colour in them. I do like the plain titanium. Sometimes this one is lovely, and this one is so comfortable in hand with a lovely blade shape. But to have these, I just feel blessed. 2 beautiful knives, and they've been given to me by 2 beautiful people, for want of better words, because that's what they are. But these, as I say, these are expensive knives. This is not something I'm just going to throw in my pocket. Whereas with the Ferrum Forge Gent, this is, I'll just throw it in my, it's G10. This is a little work knife. This will do anything that this will do. But look, the pocket clip. I love that pocket clip. This is just a posher version of that pocket clip. All right, that's a bit deeper carry, but it doesn't matter. Because when I've got this knife out, and I'm taking this with me, I've actually just got a new one. This is from Darkartsleather in the UK. I'll put his name down below, his Instagram channel. I'm just going to throw it in there. And there it is. And that is the most lovely thin carry. You'll hardly notice that in your pocket. You really just wouldn't. Look at that. It is just beautiful. And this will keep it from getting ruined because it's too good a knife just to use for EDC as in around the house. I've got other knives that'll do that. This is my posh carry. So, did I tell you the weight? 2.4 ounces. Just nothing. You know, it's basically an all metal knife. 2.4 ounces. You've a blade millimetre, about 1/8 of an inch, 3 millimetres. It's just under half an inch thickness there. And when it's closed up, the distance here is under an inch. So, I mean, it's just so easy to carry. But just look at the form of that. Isn't that just beautiful? The Wharncliffe blade, nearly it. There is a belly on the knife. But that Wharncliffe shape, again, is one thing that I love. And the only thing that put me off was that handle. And yet, that handle is the one thing now that I can honestly say, if you're buying it, if you've got a medium-large hand, this is absolutely so comfortable. Do not let the handle buy you off. Now, there's cheaper versions coming out, and I would say go for them, because that handle, the shape of that handle is stunning. So there we go, Jason. I can't thank you enough. It's a knife that I would never have had, and I would have missed out on a beautiful knife that is, for me, perfect as an EDC knife. Perfect as an EDC knife, and has now got joint position with my previous one, which is a zero tolerance 0450. And I mean, this is a Hall of Fame knife, and for me to say that's as good as it is saying something. That is a great little knife. There you go. I'm away. Short, sweet. It's a beautiful little knife. If you haven't tried one, Dylan Mallory, he has got something. He has got something. It looks futuristic, but it feels everyday usable. Beautiful knife. So I'm away. Enough waffling. Go and get one. They're lovely. Cheerio, buddy. Away for a cup of tea.